Hello, this is Carrie, and today I will show you how to make and paint a wire wrap orchid. We will use a 26 gauge wire, copper wire or brass wire, and we will need approximately 12 inches. I already have a wire wrap instructions tutorial, so I'm just gonna do this part really quickly. We will wrap 5 circles around the pen to create 5 petals for the orchid. In this process, you can use your hand or you can use some tools, and here I have a flat nose plier to help me twist the wire. Once the wire is secure, you can split the 5 different rings apart and situate them in the way that an orchid petals would look like. This process will take a little bit of trial and error, so be patient. Once the petals are at the position you like, you can slowly twist each of them to secure their shape. And now I'm going to use this round nose plier to create a appropriate shape for my orchid. The orchid has 3 slightly pointy petals in the back, 2 round one in the front, and a tongue looking petals in the foremost. So for the tongue, you probably have to play around with the shape a little bit, just so that you are satisfied with how it would look. Of course, the surface has to be somewhat flat in order to catch the nail polish bubble later on, so you don't want to curve it too much. Okay, so I'm quite satisfied with the shape now. We will now go ahead with the nail polish. You probably have to run over the brush of the nail polish brush over the wire several times to catch the bubble, but eventually it will catch. Make sure that the paint is evenly spread, so you don't have certain area too thin and certain area too thick once it's dry. Now, once it is dry, we can start to paint the orchid with different colors. I'm going to paint this tongue with more accented pink. If you pay attention to how an orchid looks, the tongue always has more color, more vibrant, and more patterns on it. You want to make sure that you are super gentle at this moment, at this point, because your bubble, even though it is a little bit drier now, it is still quite fragile. And if you're giving it too much force, you might break it. I'm going to use a very fine tip liner brush to draw thinner lines on these other petals. And it's okay if your brush pulled the paint a little bit. The whole point is to somewhat blend the two colors together, not completely blend, but semi-blend. And it's okay if they are mixed together. And the roughness of your brush can be easily fixed by a clear white coat later on, so we don't have to worry if we roughen up the petals at this point. Remember to be super gentle. And you don't need perfections at this point. We are trying to mimic a very organic item, so imperfections actually perfect. Right, 2 more petals to go. Super gentle. That one is a little bit wet, so I'm gonna have to add some more pink to it to cover my mistakes here. It's kind of mixed. It's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna put some dark red on top of this pink to furthermore accent the tongue of the orchid. We're gonna clear coat the petals now. See how the surface is back to smooth? You cannot go wrong with this process right here, fixing all your mistakes. And for the tongue petal only, I'm gonna also decorate the back of it, because once the flower is completely dry, I will use the plier to curve up the petal a little bit more than how it is right now, so it looks more like an orchid. Clear coat this part as well. There we are. Next we will put a little bit of clear coat in the middle here to act as a bonding agent, and use one tiny black glass bead to center the flower. Some more to seal it up. There it is. We have finished our purple orchid nail polish wire wrap flower. Thank you for watching. See you next time.